students, those who are studying. Where is Poland in your map, in your world map? In Europe. Who said that? Raise your hand. Good, very good. So Poland is a country in Europe. So Poland has executed a resolution in 2018. In 2018, the first and the last week will be having the Sunday law. In a sense, you cannot open the shop, you cannot go and purchase anything, you cannot work. In 2019, only the last week you can do that. In 2020, it's going to be the whole 4 weeks. The whole 4 weeks, on Sunday, the shops will be closed, no one can work, and the Sunday law will be promulgated. So this is the situation. So in 2020, in Poland, Sunday law comes into effect fully. Now, we have 2018, 2019, and 2020. So in 3 years' time, it's going to be complete in Poland. It's one of the countries in Europe. So we have to see in 3 countries, how many countries are going to follow the suit. 87% people are Catholic people. The man who is heading the country is the president is a very religious man. So the people are pressurizing the government. The man who is sitting on the realm of the European country is going to completely follow the suit. God said, one day you should have a rest. Of course, the church changes Saturday to Sunday. It's not biblical, so we call it Sunday law. We say that Saturday is the holy day. They say Sunday is the holy day. Though it doesn't come under the Bible instruction, they said church had the authority to change the law, and they did it. We don't agree with that. So it's going to be Sunday law. We said before the Lord comes, a Sunday law will come into effect. Let's turn to the book of Revelation, chapter number 1, verse number 3. Revelation, chapter number 1, verse number 3. All of us are going to read it. It's very important for our personal life. Revelation, chapter number 1, verse number 3. Who has a good voice? And then take this one and let all of them follow you. Who has the good? Okay, start.
Blessed ye that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
The Revelation, it's talking about 3 things. Who are all going to be blessed? Number 1, whoever is reading this portion. Number 2, whoever is hearing the words of this prophecy. Number 3, whoever is keeping those things which are written therein. For the time is at hand. When was it written? Nearly between 90 and 100 AD. John the Revelator, we say. But Jesus is the Revelator. He revealed to John. John wrote it here in the 1st century. We are in 21st century. More than 1,900 years have gone. What is said right on this revelation is going to be true. It's coming to true in your own lifetime. Nobody is going to die by seeing the age of each one of you. No one is going to die before the second coming of Jesus Christ. That's the beauty of it. All of us are going to come. We will not taste the death, but we will see the Lord coming in the clouds of heaven. We will be seeing the Lord coming down, as He has said. Those who are very intelligent, those who are very serious, those who pay attention to what is written on the book, then they will understand. All the others will say, because of the science, because of the atom bomb, because of this, we are going to take up only one point today. Only one point today before the soon coming of Jesus Christ. One point, when He will come. There are lots of points, multiple reasons God has given, because it's going to be a great shutdown. The whole world is going to an end. Many know, most of them do not agree with that. So, the group which is pinpointing about the Jesus Christ Lord's coming, I'm going to take up only one point. We are going to take up only one point. So, the one point is, I'm going to talk about the river Euphrates. Still we have a struggle with the technology. More than 30 minutes we have been studying. Okay, it's alright. So my new Mac is not compatible with this one. They have converted. She's a brilliant girl. It looks like there is a computer star, and he's also helping. Okay, let them be. And before that, in the meantime, okay, those who like to see here, let me keep moving on, and then I can come back. Now we are going to talk about one single point. That is, the river Euphrates is going to dry up before the Lord's coming. And once it gets dried up, the army from the east, the kings, we call it nowadays kingdom, you can say, the nations in the east, the armies from those countries from east, they will walk through the dry land and get into Israel, the valley called Jehoshaphat Valley or Kidron Valley or Megiddo. Right. That is the place for fight. That's the place where more than 200 battles took place. Napoleon came and saw the place and he said that beautiful place for fighting. So that's an area, it's a historical area, it's going to come and these people will be moving up. Lord is setting up all these things. It is set in 1st century, we are in 21st century. It is 1,780 long miles river, full of water flowing from Turkey. Turkey. If it is possible, there are two rivers that's coming from there in the mountain Anatolia. And from there it is starting. Okay, the beauty of the Bible is you take Genesis 2nd chapter 4th verse and you take Euphrates river talking about which area it comes and Revelation. We are going to see the two things. First one is in Revelation drying up. Check whether it comes in 16:12. Revelation 16:12. It comes in 16:12. The one of you can read from Genesis chapter 2 verse 14. It's talking about Eden Garden. It's talking about Eden Garden. In the Eden Garden, a river starts. One river starts. It goes on. It goes on. It goes into 4 different directions. One of you read that.
And the 6th angel poured out his way upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
So you read 16th chapter, right?
16.
Okay. What if you read from Genesis chapter number 2, verse number 14? Sorry, 4. Yes.
And the name of the third river is Hiddekel, that is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates.
Okay, right. It's talking about 2 rivers, but there are 4 rivers. That's the puzzle. It started with 1 river. It goes into 4 different directions and 4 tributaries, 4 rivers, full-fledged rivers. Now we see 2 rivers after 2,000 years, say after 6,000 years, nearly, right? So there are 2 rivers. One is called Hiddekel, and then the name of that one right now is Tigris. Another one is called Euphrates. The same name given in chapter number 2 in Genesis is given in Revelation number 4, 16, Revelation 16. God has never changed that name. He did not allow it. It's coming in 6th plague. When 6th plague starts, this happens. The Euphrates river dries up. The army comes through that one. They reach Jehoshaphat Valley. There will be 2 different fighting forces. Probably one comes under America and Israel, and then some more Christian nations. Another one maybe probably China, Russia, India, Pakistan, Cambodia, all these Japanese, all armies, all the armies. This can be the situation. So what's happening? We are talking about the 6th plague. Remember, so the grace period is going to be over. Then the Lord will come out from heaven. He will wear the robe of anger. Then the plague will start. Remember, the plague will be for only 1 year. Remember, the plague will be for only 1 year. Before that, all 7 plagues will be over. So once the plague starts, it goes on. First plague. Then when it is going on, the second plague starts, it doesn't stop, it doesn't need to stop to start the second plague. So when first plague goes on, second plague comes up, and then when the second plague goes on, the third plague comes up. We are going to talk about only the sixth plague. Now we are talking about only the sixth plague. There are 7 plagues which are going to come. During the 7th plague, the 60-pound ice ball will come down. That will finish all the people except you and me if you are in the Lord. When the plague comes in Egypt, Lord preserved all his people, all the others died. The same thing is going to happen when the 7th plague comes. That's the end of it. During the 7th plague, the Lord is going to come down. When he comes down, he will not touch the soil of this sinful earth. He will be on top. Those who would like to fly with him will fly. All the others will die. Then there will be 1,000 years. Then they will come down with the New Jerusalem city. Then other people, evil people will come up. And they will go and fight. And then they would like to capture the New Jerusalem city. God will not permit. He will finish them forever. That in this sinful earth, God will establish his heavenly kingdom. This same earth. So if I had the privilege of showing you, and then if there is another possibility, I will show you in the Israel, the Mount of Olives, the place in which he is going to come. Where it is going, the battle is going to be in Kidron Valley, near the Mount of Olives, and another valley. Then I could show you probably if there is a possibility. So that is the place where the fight will be there, and everything will be over. So we are talking about the 6th plague, number 1. We are talking about 6th plague, number 1. The 6th plague is drying up of the Euphrates river. Euphrates Nadi Vatri Pohum. So when a river, 1780 miles long river, when it goes on and on, how can it get dried up? Nobody could believe. Now in the 21st century, if you feel that nearly 1,200 miles shallow water, that means it's maybe knee level water, 1,200 shallow water. Some of the places it is getting dried up. There is a possibility. Let me show you that clip. Now I am giving you the full picture. 1,200 miles, what is shallow water? Turkey is the place, the Turkish mountain in front of the country. Turkey only is coming down. There are Tigris and Euphrates river. There are 22 dams they have built. In Euphrates river, they have built 12 dams. This is how they have controlled the water in Turkey. Turkey is a Muslim country and it's a very flourishing country. It has a tremendous army that supports. Now, Israel tells that if the Turkish army comes in the pretext of Lebanon war. Now there is a civil war going on in Lebanon. In 2011 the civil war started. For the rebellious people, America is supporting. Russia is supporting the current President Assad. Right? So there is a fight going on. All the ladies, children are going out. They are all wounded here and there. Great countries like Canada, they are all giving the asylum to these people. It is going on from 2011. Now, when the Turkish army comes, or any other army comes, where Saul got the word of God from above, where he saw the light from above, is it hard for you to hit against the bricks? Jesus was asking Paul. On the way to Damascus. So in Damascus, from Damascus, Israel has only 1 hour journey. Israel tells that if anyone touch 1 hour journey, I will hit you even if you think. Before you act, I will act. Before you start doing anything harmful activities against Israel, I will touch you, I will kill you, I will trash you, I will finish you. So this is the battle Israel is playing. Israel is a very smart country, flourishing country. Milk and honey is flowing. They have no great river resources. From one lake they are distributing all the waters, and they have all kinds of agriculture, all kinds of cyber. India is looking for Israel to get all kinds of things. So this is the current situation of Israel. Israel is currently very carefully watching what's going on. It says that if Iran thinks about hitting, I will hit you. It's not that if you hit, I will hit you. If you think, I will hit you. That's smart. Because the Lord is with me. Whoever comes with me, I don't care, but I will do it. We have to preserve our nation. So Lord is having an eye on Israel. Nobody can simply touch them. Nobody can touch them because the Lord says that I will finish them, those who come against Israel. What's going to happen in the Third World War? When I say Third World War, we are talking about the Euphrates drying up, number one. When the army comes in, number two. When the fight takes place, number three. Then it's going to be the Third World War. It's not going to be before the plague starts. It's going to be after the plague starts. Once the plague starts, you lose your mercy time. Grace time is over. Good will be good, bad will be bad. Good will be good, bad will be bad. That's going to be the situation. This is a very dangerous situation. You know the truth, you act according to the truth. If you don't know the truth, you do anything. You have tension, you have things, everything goes on in the world. It will be like this one. Those who do the marketing, they will be doing the marketing. Those who do the real estate, they will keep doing the real estate. Those who do the stock marketing, they will do the stock marketing. Those who go to elementary school, they will go to the school. Those who go for work, they will go. If there is tension in any place, it will be having tension. All the Christian institutions, others and all, they will feel the heat of it. This is going to be the last situation. You are not going to wait for it. When the Lord comes, the same thing will happen because the people will not realize. Those who are given the prophecy, those who have the prophecy in their mind, they will have a tremendous time. So once they have the time, then things will be different. So when God says that, Bible very clearly tells about this one. I don't know whether John knew about mathematics. If you see the previous translation, a kind of a number will be coming. Now in a current translation, when they say that 20 crores, it talks about 20 crore people will be in the battlefield in the Kidron Valley in Israel. In the Jehoshaphat Valley, 20 crore people, soldiers will be there. Bible tells that once the war comes, 1/3 of the people will be annihilated. They will die, finished. Now when they drop an atom bomb, when the people die, there will be an effect for the other group also. What's the population of the whole world? 750 crore people approximately. That means 250 crore people will die. Can you imagine? That's going to be just before the Lord's coming. God doesn't allow human beings to stop the world. God doesn't allow any human country or any human leader to shake the world. God says, I will touch it, I will finish it. I started, I will finish it. He only started the human being. He only started the whole world. So he says that I only created Adam and Eve. Now the whole world is full of evil. You know that wherever you work, whichever department you work, whether you work in the private institution or government organization, whatever you do, it happens. You will have a lot of tension, lot of commotion. Nothing will go down. When nothing goes down, the problem comes. So you need to be with the Lord to have the inner peace. You cannot buy the peace in the market. You have to have the inner peace by joining yourself with the Prince of Peace. When the Prince of Peace is with you in your inner heart, whatever happens, let me carry on. I don't care. I know the Lord. I am with the Lord. I don't sin. I don't care who is sinning because they have to give their own account. Don't look up who is doing what. Look up yourself. You cannot change anybody else. It's very hard to change even your spouse. It's very hard to change even your own children. Even if they know the truth, it's very tough. You are living a tough time. So since you are living a tough time, you have to be responsible for your own salvation. So keeping that in mind, when you have all these things coming up, automatically, you will be seeing. Now, I have been amazed to see some of this happening. Is that all right? Going from? Good job. Okay, now I'm going to show you from the slide. Lord is very great. From the beginning we have been fighting. Finally, He has brought something for you to see. படம் பார்த்து கதை சொல்லு. கதையை மட்டும் சொன்னால் என்ன வளரும்? I have taught you so much, right? How many have grasped the whole thing 100%? Raise your hand. Because I am immersed with this. It's like a fly fallen in a honey. My mind is working. But how many of you know history, geography, and the current situation, political thing? I have put everything together. along with the prophecy, connecting all the points. I'm trying to connect all the points before the Lord comes, and then I'm taking to my mind, and then I'm putting in your mind. If I don't put it in your mind, I'm not a good teacher. I'm supposed to be a good teacher. I have been told that I'm a good teacher, but I don't believe that's a different story. But how many of you have grasped it completely? Since it is coming, I'm going to show one by one.